Good morning, happy Monday. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe before you go if you want to. You don't have to, it'd be really cool if you did. It's Monday, and if you watched the last vlog, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a little bit crazy, but when is it not crazy? You know, it's March. Things are just a lot. But I'm gonna walk you through the day today. The kiddos will be here in about 5 minutes. So we always start off with word study, and we're gonna still practice sight words, this and what, because we didn't get too much time to do it last week. We had a 2-hour delay last week because of weather and stuff like that. So I'm gonna spend some more time on that this week. And we finished all of our letters. So before we jump into digraphs, I wanted to spend some time practicing syllables and blending. So we're gonna do that this week, and then next week we're gonna jump probably into digraphs. I have to look at the Wonders curriculum, but our classes just really kind of need this right now, so we're gonna do that before digraphs. Today, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna introduce syllables, talking that it's a beat in the word and like vowel sounds and all the things. So we're gonna work with like CVC words, talk about how many syllables are in those words, and then 2-syllable, 3-syllable words. And then I just have this little activity, just coloring 3-syllable pictures, and then I think they're all different, but whatever. So we're gonna do this. And then our mini lesson this week is using details to explain the purpose. We're kind of going back on that a little bit because I think they just need some extra time with that. So we're gonna do that. We have a Wonders story called Bringing Down the Moon. My focus is what things that you see in the sky, and bringing out those key details in the story to really understand the book, the purpose of the book. And then independent reading, and then guided reading. And I think I'm done testing everybody, so we can finally go back to our guided reading groups, because it's been like a whole quarter of just testing. So I'm excited to do that. And then writing, since St. Patrick's Day is on Monday, next Monday, I figured this week we can really spend some time talking about St. Patrick's Day. I feel like with like holidays and stuff, you don't talk about it until that one day, and I'm like, well, we could talk about it a little bit before. So, and we're still in opinion writing, so we're going to listen to, there was an old lady who swallowed a shamrock, a clover or something like that, and we're gonna talk about what makes us lucky, and kind of just like things we're thankful for, kind of in that way. And then I don't know if we'll get to it today, but either today or tomorrow they're gonna do these banners. I am lucky because, and they can color them, and then we'll get to hang them up somewhere, because I think that'll be really cute. And then math, last week we did 2D shapes, this week we're doing 3D shapes. So I have a video. Today we're gonna talk about a cube. Really in kindergarten, the standard is to identify things that are 3D shapes. So to identify things that are cubes in real life, less about the sides and stuff like that. We're going to just go on like a cube hunt type of thing, and they're just gonna color in all the cubes. This week I do wanna go on like a 3D scavenger hunt around the school. That would be super fun. And then we have math groups, and then it's pretty much the end of our day. So I woke up with like a little bit of a sore throat, but I think it might be because of the weather. It's starting to get a lot warmer outside, so I'm thinking that that's what it is, because I hope I'm not getting sick again, because if you know, you know, and I'm tired of being sick. I am going, they already have their morning work out on their tables, so I'm just gonna go open up my door. The bell's gonna ring here in a minute. I'm just gonna go through my email. I didn't miss anything because I don't get my email on my phone anymore. All right, I'm gonna go. Do you hear this heater? Isn't that just ridiculous? Oh, we also have our SLO today. And we have fire drill. I wonder when that fire drill is. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna go open up the door and get this day started. Happy Monday, y'all. Also, I forgot to mention that we have a teacher work day on Friday, so it's kind of like a short week. No kids on Friday. Crazy. Also, I'm wondering why the bell didn't ring, and realized it's because of daylight savings. The clocks went ahead this weekend, and I definitely feel that hour gone. Good morning, happy Tuesday, everybody. I am packing my lunch bag for the day. Today we're bringing some egg salad, and I'm gonna bring 2 pieces of bread as well, so that I can put it on some bread, and that'll be lunch today. I've also been drinking these Hydromate things. They're like liquid IV, but they're sugar-free and no calories. So if you're looking for kind of like something else, because I just don't like to drink my calories. Well, I was just blurry for a second. I don't like to drink my calories because I feel like that's just a waste. These are 0 calorie, sugar free as well. They're like keto friendly if you're into keto too, but anyways, that was just random, but they do taste very, very good. So this one is the acai. I got like the pack with like all of them. This is acai berry and it's delicious. So 10 out of 10 would recommend for that. We have started to not like count calories, but just really pay attention to what we've been eating because we just need to make some changes. So yeah, we did that all last week and it was very good. And I'm talking like we're eating a meat, a veggie, and rice every night for dinner. We're going back to the basics. And I'm still doing my intermittent fasting, but I could be a little bit better. I feel like I slack a little bit because I'm like, well, it's okay, but I really should be just a little bit better about it. School-wise, yesterday you saw we had a pretty good day. I can't complain about that at all. Oh, I'm overflowing. Oh my gosh, the acai berry just tastes so good. So I'm hoping to carry that energy over today, which I think we will. I just feel like it's all about, I mean, it's not all about this, but a big part is like your mindset and how you feel. So I've been trying to just keep that positive mindset, and so far it's been working, but you know, that's not always that easy, and that doesn't solve every behavior issue in the book, especially some of the ones that I have. So I'm gonna head to work and I will chat with you when we get there. Also, I'm going for some spring Easter vibes today. I wanted to wear these pants because it's supposed to be like 75 degrees out today, and they're like my light pants, and then I just didn't know what to pair it with. This shirt definitely could have been a better choice, but it's okay because I have my blue jacket that's gonna cover it up, and then my shoes are my pink checkered Vans. So I was just going for spring vibes today. Arrived here. Kiddos will be here in 3 minutes. I'm gonna walk you through the day really fast. They already have their morning work on their table. They're gonna fill in a hundreds chart, and I'm kind of curious to see how they do with that. So I will keep you updated on that. For word study, we did syllables yesterday, and it was actually fun because I broke out the little cubes and they were doing their syllables with the cubes. So today we're gonna review that, and then we're gonna do CVC words. So we're pretty much gonna do the same thing, just tapping, blending CVC words, and then I'll probably give them some like counter, or we have like fun math counters that are like insects and like different things. So we'll probably kind of do something similar to the syllables yesterday, but instead of syllables, they'll do the sounds. So, and then I also have just this worksheet, if we even get to it. The only reason I like to give this to them is for like an assessment after what I teach. So that's why I do like worksheets like this. But the activity is going to be hands-on at their table. So this is just if we have time, and like kind of like an exit ticket type of thing. And then mini lesson today is still the same thing, using details to explain the purpose. We're reading Bringing Down the Moon. They were enjoying it yesterday, the read aloud. We didn't finish, so we'll probably finish today. And then they're gonna do independent reading, guided reading, groups. If you didn't see my guided reading or my centers video, definitely go watch that because I talk all about my centers. Writing, we're doing the same thing. We didn't get to write yesterday, it was just me modeling, so they're gonna write theirs today. And then math is 3D shapes. So yesterday we did cube, today we're gonna do sphere. I was gonna do cone. I should probably do cone, but I'm not gonna do cone because I feel like they know cone from like ice cream cone and stuff like that. So I feel like I want to save that for last and like get all of the harder stuff out of the way. So we're gonna do sphere today, talk about a sphere. It can be a ball. And I pulled up some pictures of spheres, a bubble, a soccer ball, a tennis ball, and then I'm sure they'll have a bunch more that we can do. And then their exit ticket is just gonna be to draw a sphere, and that could be any type of sphere, a ball or whatever. So we're gonna do that. And then I have this sphere, also just like another quick, oh my gosh, just like another quick activity, exit ticket, just coloring all the spheres. So that'll be that for today. And then math groups. So that's it for the day. I'm gonna go open up my door for my kiddos who are probably already sitting at my door. And yeah, I think that's all we have today. We do have some positive mindset thing, but that's during our planning day. So we actually don't have to do anything for that. So I'm gonna go open up the door and I will hopefully see how long the day today. So today you're gonna read a book called The Very Hungry Monster. What do you think a very hungry monster might do? The roses, the flowers, good. So it says you can eat the flowers. Let's turn the page 4. What do you notice now? Can you say the word very? What sound is at the beginning of the word very? What letter says? This is the word very. Hello, it's the end of the day, obviously back home now in my comfy clothes. I showered, I let my hair air dry, I don't have any makeup on. It is what it is. But I want to give you a recap on the day today. So overall, the day went really well. I told you earlier about kind of just changing my mindset and, well, not really changing my mindset, but just going back to like basics essentially. So I feel like that has helped a lot, especially with my patience. It's March. I know we're all feeling it and we're almost there, but like it definitely did help a lot, like just keeping in the back of my head, like just having patience and just, you know, just really like setting routine, well, continuing to set routines and like really hold my students accountable to the routines, and it really does work. So overall, behavior wise, no major behaviors today. It's been a little bit better. You know, if you've been watching, we're just trying to figure out a placement. We're getting there for sure, but it's just a learning curve for everybody, and it's definitely been interesting. So, but today none of that went on for various reasons, but I'm like out of breath and I don't know why. So overall the day went well. What you saw a little bit of was me pulling a small group, and that group was like my mid-tier group, not my highest, but also not my lowest. I know there's a lot of opinions on level text and things like that. My school does require us to still use Fondas and Pinnell, especially for our benchmarking and stuff like that. So I pull my small groups and we do that. I mean, obviously we do other stuff too, but that's like the main focus of our guided reading groups and things like that. So we did do that, and that was a level D book that they were reading, and that's grade level for kindergarten. Well, they should be leaving on a D for kindergarten. I know there's a lot of things about leveled readers. It's just what my district and my school uses. So I have to follow the rules. But I do think there's a time and a place for them, and I do like them. So I'm not gonna knock them, but we did do that today. They did really well with that, and they were also very interested in the story too, which was great, which I'm very proud of them because they've come such a long way. You see so much growth in kindergarten. They literally come in not even knowing how to write their names. They barely even know their names, and it's a lot. It's really rewarding to see the growth, so that's definitely keeping me going. But we were very productive today. We got through everything. We even had a little bit of extra time again today after our read aloud, because we had read a majority of it yesterday and then we just finished it up today. So we did a little wonders activity. We do wonders as our curriculum. So we did a little wonders activity on the smart board, and there was building sentences interactive for them. So they really always enjoy that. And we don't get to do it that much because we just generally don't have a lot of time. But since there's been minimal behaviors and not a lot of me redirecting and stopping and calling, you know, so we were able to get a lot more done, which was really, really nice. So yeah, I really can't complain about yesterday and today. We've had a good couple of days. As you can tell, teaching is definitely not linear. There's good days, there's bad days, and there's in-between days. And so far today and yesterday were some pretty good days. I'm hoping it carries over. We don't have school on Friday. It's a teacher work day. Well, we have school, but the students don't have school. It's a teacher work day, so it should be a nice little, not a break, because I feel like we've just been getting so many breaks. I feel like I don't really need a break, but I'm never gonna complain about getting a break. So I'm excited about that, but we have tomorrow. I don't really think anything important is going on tomorrow. And then Thursday is just our usual Thursday. They have library, so we get a little bit of an extra break on Thursday. But I'm going to end this video here because it'll just be more of the same, and I don't want to bore you guys. But I was excited that I was able to get you some footage of me teaching, even though it was short, and it was a guided reading group. But I hope that you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe before you go if you want to. You don't have to, but it'd be really cool if you did, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.